rocket fuel.
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Gold now out to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Check 26, check 26. Go.
He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. D. Ford. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here we go.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. Screen play, Johnson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
56, Mike, 56.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
56, check 56. Go, go, go. Ready, go.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
16 yards, a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. No score after one on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Cut. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Bring it. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, tight.
They fake the handoff, now Murray. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And this is incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Here we go, D. 56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56.
On 3rd down, Murray. Throw left side, going to be caught by Butler. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Record. Hayward. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. No chance. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
43 to Mike. Watch the curl. Hey, Steve 6. 3 to Mike, boy, 43. Check, 43.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down.
21.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. There he goes, left side. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On second down now, it's Johnson, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
A good rally to the football holds them to 2, and that brings up a fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now Murray. He's got his man. It's Butler. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Murray now. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Don't get nervous.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
First and 10 at the 14.
from the red zone. Here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Here we go. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. I got one. Watch out.
Throwing again, Murray. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Hakeem Butler, as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Breida to get the third quarter started. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now McKinnon, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On second down, McKinnon. And some room to roam now. It's a big play there from a big play guy, Jerick McKinnon. Give him 42 yards on the ground. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, come on.
They'll toss it to Coleman. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Robert Alford. They're down here in the third quarter, trying to get something going. Going to the outside there didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Here we go. 180!
Check, 43. And here we
Head!
Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, it's the base. You're 56. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Mike 56. Mike 56. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's rock.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Let go.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They go to Johnson again. And David Johnson on his way. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. To throw is Garoppolo. And Salek here left side. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo over the middle, the catch by Coleman.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He finds McKinnon, complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Hey, Alpha.
throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Garoppolo, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
21.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. They run with Breida. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you. He's checking.
Here's Murray back near his goal line. Fitzgerald's got it right side. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, 10, and he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 93 yards. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd down and goal. Murray to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, they're scared.
Mike 54.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Here we go. 180. 12.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Here we go. Like 20. Six.
To throw is Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. Garoppolo now, 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Buda Baker with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I